Welcome to No Remorse Woodworking, where I use reclaimed wood for various projects. Where I work, we discard a lot of wood every day. I think it's a shame to let all of it go to waste, so I've asked permission to take home the pieces I want. This allows me to be selective, but it still means taking pallets apart and removing a lot of nails before I can start using the wood for my projects. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who has subscribed. It gives me great motivation to see that you enjoy what I do. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so right away. It only takes a click of a button. Subscribing is free. That is because I'm not monetized and I have no wish to be. I make these videos because I think it is fun and I hope they will entertain you and inspire you. Last year, leading up to Christmas, I made the pleated hearts. This year, I've been making reindeer on the bandsaw. I cut them to my own pattern. I have a little trick whereby I use a couple of screws after the first couple of cuts. This holds the pieces together much easier than if I use masking tape or something. It allows me to see the lines and I just have to be careful not to cut into the screws. Even though the clip is sped up, I think you can see that I'm struggling a bit. The blade is not the sharpest, and I was really worried it might get stuck. I've already cut quite a few. I don't sand the reindeer, I do give them a red bow, and I hope you can see that they also have a red nose. I have a friend who is selling some of the reindeer for me. Her daughter recently had a nasty fall and broke her ankle, and when I delivered some of the reindeer, the daughter was really fond of them. That's why I'm going to make a special reindeer for this young girl to give her a little bit of a special Christmas. I make it from a piece of teak that I was given recently, and since it wasn't really wide enough, I've added a couple of other boards, not the same color, but it'll give some nice accents. I start by tracing my patterns first on the front and then on the side. The front is not really symmetrical, that's why I'm flipping that pattern over. And I'm taking extra care to mark where the nose goes. Then it's over to the drill press and drill an appropriately sized hole for the nose. Up until now, I've only made reindeer in light pine, and they of course have red noses made from mahogany. But that wouldn't really be visible in the brown teak, so I've chosen to make a very light dowel from, I believe it's ash. A drop of glue and a couple of good wax, and the dowel is firmly in place. And then it's over to the bandsaw. I had expected the teak to be much harder to cut, especially after struggling with the pine, but to my surprise it almost cut like butter. It was a real pleasure to cut, and I look forward to using more of that if I can get hold of it. I just have to keep track of what goes where. But after putting the pieces together and driving in the screws, I can cut on the other face from the side of the reindeer. And yes, pieces are falling off while I cut because I haven't held everything together with tape. After the last couple of cuts, I can still make a bit of a reveal when I've removed the excess wood. And here is the final piece. I wish my friend's daughter a speedy recovery, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.